Okay, I've just cleaned that thread up on there and put them back on, so that's back as originally was. Actually, I think there might be an extra washer in there, but no matter. So now this is connected up and turning the lead screw, which is how we want it. We want this one to come across at the back here, but to get that at the right height, that piece of plywood is in the way, so I'm going to have to just cut away a little bit behind here to get that to fit in. So that's what I'm going to do now. Job done. Right, so we've got to have that bar cut off roughly flush with this one, or just a little bit short of where this one's going to be. So I suppose we could say that is where that's going to be there. Let's find it there. Yeah. Alright, ½ inch should do that. Just ½ inch, it's going to be just a little bit shy, which is where we want it. So, straight edge line. A bit of black on there. Yeah, that shows, so we want it ½ inch longer than that, don't we? Okay. Take that off. Cut it to length. Put it back on, tighten the gear up, and then we'll see about fixing that in position. Yep. Okay, we've got that cut. I've just put a slight bevel on the end of it. So that's roughly where that will want to be, I should imagine. So now this want to sit somewhere there, won't it? So them two bevel gears line up. I'm just going to move that out of the way for the minute. I'll take that off. Yes, right. It looks as though that could be a little too long still. Just a shade. Oh no, that's all right. No, that's perfect. I'd got it on a ridge back there, that was all right. Okay, so what I think I want to do is clamp something across there so that will hold them two together. Let's see what I've got. Flat bits of steel. Okay, I've got that set to the right height. Put a shim under there just to get it right. So with that on there, there's no play. Well, a little bit, tiny bit of slack there, which is fine. But what I've managed to do is there was a cross member under here, which was this piece, went all the way back to the wall, and I've took that out. So I've now got room to get in here. I just want to make sure I've got enough room to get this in. Okay. Just need to adjust this just a little bit. Okay. I think what I want to do is swap that bearing around so the clamp face is actually on the inside. I think that'll be better. Right, I've got those 2 holes drilled, tapped. It was too claustrophobic in there for you as well. So now we will see how this will go on. Might have to shorten them bolts. We will see. Yeah, way too long. Yeah, I'll have to find some shorter bolts. Okay, I found some shorter ones. That's what I was putting in. And that's what's going in now. Hopefully they should fit. I think I might have to find some washers as well. Well, they could do with some washers. Shall I go and find the washers now? Why not, eh? No, I've got some split washers. They will do. I'm trying to find all the Imperial stuff that I can. So these are 1/4 inch 20 bolts. Some aren't so keen to go on there. Right, that's in. I've just got to spot the top 2, but they're more or less in line with this now. Okay. That is, I've got to put a keyway in this shaft as well. Got to have a little bit of backlash, haven't they? Entirely the wrong one, but let's see. Doesn't even fit, does it? That's going to be much better, especially when I get the bigger hand wheel on. That is going to be a big improvement for. Oh, that's a dream to use. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And the other nice thing is that sometime I can put a little electric motor on the back and have power feed. Is it really worth it on this old lathe? Probably not, but it's fun to do. Well, aren't I lazy? I'll jack the edge of the bench up to get in there, which is working. Seems like there's a bit of a hammer action with this thing. Don't like that much at all. That should do that. Whew, that should do. That's it. Hit the bottom. Okay. Right. Screw it in the washer. Right. So that's that lot sorted. The next thing I suppose is to get the handle on. Okay, I've taken it back off again. That's all fitted and lined up, so it's now time to put the handle on. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to machine a little groove around this and then put this spring clip on. So that'll go over that. So that will hold the back of this. And then just thread the front and put a nylock on. So it'll only want so much, won't it? And I can probably find the scriber. I'll scribe a little line on there or mark it up. What we got? What do we want on there? That's 1/2 inch, and whatever the depth of that is, 3/4. So 1 1/4 inch in. I shall put that little groove in, and we shall put that clip on. Trouble is now I don't know what I've done with that clip. Where'd you must have seen where I put it. Ah, there it is. Right, so I'm going to set up on the lathe for doing that. There we are, we have that done. I'm going to mill the keyway in now. So we'll find out what size this is. I've got a little bit of key stock that does eventually fit in there. It's quite tight. So that'll go in. So that is 4mm. I'm quite sure I have 4mm mill. Have a look, see what I can find. There we are, 4mm. So, seeing as I've now set up that mortising machine to have a play about with milling, I think that is going to be the next thing, is see if I can mill a keyway in this. We'll get set up for that. Okay, I've got that on. That was a disaster trying to do that with that mortiser converted to a mill. That isn't going to work. It might be alright for some extremely light stuff or messing around with wood, but not on steel. So what I done was just drilled a 4mm hole and put a pin in. It's enough for that. So now what I've done is I've got this positioned out far enough that I'm not going to be, it's not going to interfere with that. It shouldn't interfere with the edge of the bench with my hand hitting it, because I'll be holding this wheel. So hopefully this is going to work a treat for me. Now, all that's left to do now is make that block for the far end. Alright, got it finished. Made the block to sit on there so it holds that. I've only got one screw in the front at the minute, but it's only just for a position. That's not going to go anywhere. I'll sort that out at a later date. So this is all done this end. I've taken each screw out individually on these spur gears and just spotted through. I just dimpled the bar, so I've put some stronger screws in. Those Allen screws that came with it, or the grub screws, they weren't really strong enough, so I've put some bigger screws in there. So I'm happy with it now. So now it's a bit noisy, but tinkering about will change that, hopefully. But it certainly is a lot better to use. So I suppose now we need to do a little test cut, don't we? So I've put a bit of scrap bar in there. I'll just change the tool over and we'll see how it cuts. Alright, we're ready to have a go. This is, I don't know, a bit of split bar, but we'll probably take that off. See where we go. Well out of line, so we're going to get interrupted cuts and all sorts. It's certainly easier to move the tool up and down a bed, doing a little bit more. Well, that finish on there I've got, that's quite nice. Certainly better than what I had before. We'll see if we can go a little bit further with it. dragging that back like that has left a bit of a... We'll see what if we just bring it out. Better. That's quite a nice smooth finish on there now. Well, not perfectly smooth, but certainly better. Well, I think we've actually done well. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. I think I've still got to do some little tweaking. That just sounds a bit as though something's, and I can feel it in there. I may have cut that block a bit too high. Just a shave, so I need to plane it down a little bit. We'll see. There you go. Certainly a big improvement to the lathe. See you next time.